everyone, it's Froggy and I'm back again with another episode of Women of Zal. So let's keep going. Oh, there we go. Go to Joy's lecture. Let's do that today. Ooh. There were a few students from the human canvas present. Fernell was present along with another Earthling, judging by his band t-shirt. There were also 2 Asilians, 1 Gayan, and 2 Zillian women. Welcome, everyone. I see many familiar faces. I'm glad that you all found it worth coming back. Let's dive right into things today. I believe the Earthlings here have a saying along the lines of, to address the elephant in the room. In Zal, men are considered property. He paused while one of the Earthlings and Asilians muttered loud variation of, "That's BS," smiling serenely all the while. Men are not allowed to own property of their own, and go through a very different education system than women do. Women attend a series of classes from age 8 to 12 called Basic. Basic covers all the basic knowledge one might need to know. Reading, writing, arithmetic, basic science, history, and so on. Non-binary individuals are free to choose whichever path they desire. After Basic, women are given the opportunity to learn a craft, such as being a doctor, or a teacher, or a scientist. I do like that they actually mentioned what happens to non-binary people, and that they can choose if they'd like to take the masculine education or the feminine education. I think that's pretty interesting. So they have choices. They're allowed to choose their own destiny. That's pretty neat. Most crafts are taught through a combination of university learning and apprenticeship. There are some rare crafts that are taught only through apprenticeship, such as smithery and dragoon wifery. Men, on the other hand, go through a series of classes focused on topics such as etiquette, cooking, estate management, and so on, and do not typically learn a craft. Although there is no law which prevents a man from learning a craft, their relative weakness and the lack of any formal education in reading and writing is a large deterrent to most. Another deterrent is the fact that, as I mentioned before, men are considered property and may be traded freely. Men are considered property of their mothers until age 12, when they are legally able to be sold. Of course, the mother may continue to possess them after this time, but there is always a chance of a woman of higher class coming in and taking possession of the man through application of her money or status. Joy is completely calm as he recites these facts, but you notice almost every human student shifting around uncomfortably. Zal's laws tend to side with the upper-class citizens, and are very transparent about doing so. Although there are cases where a lower-class citizen can get away with slighting an upper-class citizen, it only takes one strong connection to make that lower-class citizen's life miserable. Generally, Zulian women seek to gain favor with the higher-class women for better protection. This is usually done by selling or loaning out their skills or property. Joy paused and seemed to be about to say something else before he glanced at the 2 Zulian women in front and smiled. Any questions so far? Yeah, how about trans people? Yes, an excellent question. I understand that on human canvas, trans individuals must undergo some sort of scientific therapies in order to adjust their, I believe it's called chemistry? To adjust their chemistry to their desired gender, if they choose to undergo the change, of course. In Zal, however, it is much simpler. A person's Zala conforms to their gender identity. So if, say, someone who was born a woman discovered himself to be trans, his Zala would automatically begin to adjust itself to typical male levels. That's cool. Alright. If men are weaker than women here, why would any woman ever switch to being a dude? Both you and Joy frowned in confusion. Because it's not a choice. At least not in the way you may be thinking. If someone is a man, then he is a man, and that is all there is to it. Zal itself does have its own cultural diversities, which we will go over on a different day. But it is nothing compared to the many different cultures across multiple different planets that the human canvases possess. As far as racial diversities go, Zulians are all considered one species. In contrast, there are multiple discovered species of humans, including common humans, elves, fairies, cats, foxes, and other wilds. This lack of racial divides in Zal has led to... Joy continued to lecture on Zulian societal norms and their many oddities. Afterwards, you returned to the castle while Joy was busy answering questions from the rest of the students. There you are! Guess who has new story ideas? Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so. What? Why is she blanked out for this? This is her talking. Oh, anyways. What if we say that there is this school of magic out there that teaches children how to use magic? Doesn't basic already cover that? No. I mean like doing actual magic spells that turn people into frogs, or make small objects combust at will, or make dolls dance around. Oh, gosh, that would be creepy. Anyway, this would be like a certain group of people who have their own separate spaces from the ordinary zuggles that go about their daily business totally unaware. So, Harry Potter. The movie would follow the adventures of a young woman who gets thrust into this incredible world, making friends like she would normal in school. With all the usual teenage angst and drama, because the audience needs a little pandering. But they'd be surrounded by stuff like moving staircases and talking paintings and flying around on broomsticks. You started to think that this story was sounding a bit familiar. But that's not all. There's like this bad lady who nearly got killed by the main character when she was just a baby, and the bad lady is trying to resurrect herself. But you think it's because of one of the teachers, who seems like a mean bastard, but in fact, she was trying to protect the main character from the real person who was working for the bad lady. Now, you were definitely thinking the story sounded familiar. Leonexa, isn't this just the plot line of that Earthling books about Harriet Potter? That'll be the title. Well, part of the title, because it could be a movie series. Harriet Potter and the Order of the Zagreus, or Harriet Potter and the Half-Blood Princess, or... You began to tune the rest of Leonexa's ramblings out at this point. It's impressive, really. That Grey sure knows how to teach despite her claiming the contrary. I must agree. I feel like I truly learned something about my fighting capabilities, without the countless wounds. When did you train with Lady Exa? Last minor cycle. She picked up on my unusual levels of Zala immediately, and more impressively, my preference to keep my foes breathing. She was quite efficient at teaching ways to disarm foes. I see. Most impressive. Greys are incredible. A bit terrifying that she, Lady Vicia, and Lady Nor were all on the same team during wartime. Yes, it's a little wonder. The North has never lost a major war. I consider it quite fortunate that we have no reason to fight the three of them in any serious capacity. Which one do you suppose would be the easiest to win against? I've thought about this, actually. 'Kay, so all three of them are legends, right? But they're all legendary for different reasons. No, I wanna hear about this. And I'm here for my girl, Axer! Okay. Lady Vicia is reportedly fast and strong, but probably needs to know her environment since she can't see. There's a good chance that she can't take a punch like Yexa can either. And speaking of Yexa, she can dish out devastating damage and take even more. With the scars to prove it, her main flaw is that she's not that fast. Velvet is actually faster than her. I think Lady Nor is about the same speed as Lady Yexa, now that I think about it. How do you? There's a good chance Lady Nor is probably the easiest soldier to beat. You're not wrong. Nor had walked from behind you and took a seat at the table. I hope you weren't expecting me to comment on the matter further. Everyone scattered and decided staying quiet through dinner was perfectly valid call. Okay, but no, really, who would win? You knew going into slumber your dreams were going to be about the Greys and the matriarchs all fighting each other, with different women winning every time in the dream as the dreams shifted. Some of those dreams were really fun to experience, though. Okay, well, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to see more videos from me, then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.